Okay, now let's look at number 2 question in linear motion. Now, two bodies x and y start from rest and move uniform acceleration of a and 4a respectively. Now, if the bodies cover the same distance in t sub x and t sub y, then the ratio of t sub x to t sub y is, and we're given the option. Alright, now let us take note that when a body starts from rest, it implies that the initial velocity u will be equals to 0. Okay, now for x, for body x, the acceleration a equals a, and for body y, the acceleration equals 4a. Okay, let us just make this sub x and sub y. All right, and for the time we are giving it is t sub x and t sub y respectively. All right, now let us now make use of this equation. Okay, now for x, we can say here that equals ut sub x plus ax t square x all over 2. All right, now if that be the case, now it implies, now take note that u is 0, and since it is 0, it means the whole of this ut sub x is 0, and now we are left with a sub x t sub x square, then 2 over 2. Okay, which implies here that our a here, it is a, then t square sub x all over 2. Okay, so which means the distance for distance x here is the final equation. Now for y, since the same thing here, our u is 0, it implies that ut is 0. Then for here we have that a sub y, then t square sub y all over 2, then equals, and a sub y is 4a, then t squared sub y all over 2, so we end up having 2a t raised to the power of 2 sub y. Okay, because 2 here 1, 2 here will give us what? 2. Now, but the question says that the body cover the same distance, which implies that s sub t equals s sub y. So which implies that if s of t equals to s of y, so we can literally say that a t square sub x all over 2 then equals 2a t square sub y. Okay, now, and if that's the case, so let us we are looking for t sub y, right? So we can, let us do like this. Let us multiply both sides by 2 all over a times 2 all over a. So a will cancel a, 2 will cancel 2. Okay, so here we are left with that t square sub x equals 2 times 2. Okay, this a will eliminate a, so we are left with 4t square sub y. Now dividing both sides by t square sub y, so we are now left with this. And recall, according to the law of indices, when you have a raised to the power of 2 all over b raised to the power of 2, is the same thing as saying a all over b all raised to the power of 2. To that end, we can now say that t sub x all over t sub y all raised to the power of 2 equals 4. Alright, now let us square both sides. Now take note, this is plus or minus. So we end up having plus or minus 2 seconds, but our negative sign is not valid. So here we have that 2 seconds as the final answer. Okay, so to that end now, we can see here that t sub x all over t sub y equals 2, which is also the same thing as 2 all over 1, which can also be written in form of ratio as 2:1. Okay, so to that end, 2:1, then C is the final answer. All right, let's move to the next question.